Right, if you have to replace this, this is the fan, the electric fan temperature switch on a Fiat Ducato 1.9 turbo diesel. And the interesting part about it is that if you look at the end, it's got 3 small spade connectors. So one is an earth and the other 2 go back to each of the relay fans, because you've got 2 relays on the back of the actual radiator which work independently each fan. So you've effectively got 2 switches in this switched thermostat. Now these do commonly fail, and when I say they fail, what happens is they latch and they don't unlatch. The actual switch inside doesn't release, so it's quite a common problem. But when it comes to repair these things, they're not the easiest things to do, and if I show you why, it's only going to be brief, you'll understand. Well, first off, I think the easiest thing to tell you is that this is the accessory that it needs to be changed over with, and it's very cheap, about a tenner, no more than that, and this is the reference number that you need. So if you just pause the video and write this down, then after that you'll know what it's all about. But you won't find any difficulty getting it on eBay. The only difficulty you'll get is replacing it. Right, most of you are used to socket sets of all different sizes, some ratchets and God knows what else, but what about this? It looks like an old plug spanner, doesn't it? It's a box spanner, and they're cheap and nasty, but they do the trick. Now this one's got 2 sizes on, and you can see that I've had to distort this one. Now you've got to use one of these to get that thermostat out, because it's recessed and you cannot get to it with any other tool. So unfortunately you've got to buy one of these, but the good news is they're not expensive. So one of these at the local stockist will cost you £6. That's all it's cost me, and that comes with a little Tomy bar as well, so you can stick it in there and you can undo the thing and do it up. Now they don't sell an exact size, because if you mic that up, that thermostat switch, you'll find it's 29mm. And that's a bit of a joke, isn't it? 29mm, and of course we're all metric now anyway, so God knows where to get that size from. So this one, the nearest one that you can get on this, is 27 and 32. I don't know if you can see that on the writing on there. You might catch a glimpse of it. 27 is too small, the 32 is just too big. So what you have to do is you have to stuff it in the vise and put a piece of a screw or something down either side there, and as you do it up in the vise, it'll bend, and it'll bend in, and that will give you at least 2 flats on there so that you can get enough leverage on it. It don't matter if you do it up too tight. If you do it up too tight, all you got to do is put it in the vise that way, and then when you compress it down, it will open it back up again. But you got to make sure it actually fits. Good old box spanner, £6. The box spanner comes with a Tomy bar, and you can't use this here, the lowest one, for the simple reason that if you do, it will fail on the top part of the switch. It doesn't quite go in far enough, as you can see. You might get away with it, but it's not worth taking a chance. So there's plenty of room there to actually use the top one, that one there. So put this through there, that gives you the leverage, and then with this in, you can see that there's no problem. Now it is loose, but the thing is that it fits in the recess by the side of the radiator and the chassis. It's the only way that you can get it. So it's a one-off use tool, but don't even attempt it to try and do it any other way. You won't twist it off. It's not tight, not ridiculously tight at all, but you do need this tool to remove that thermostatic switch. Right, now just a quick one. These are the 2 radiator pipes. You've got one up here, which is the upper pipe of the radiator, and the other one is that one down there. Now that's the one that you need to get below. so a bit of a pig, but the switch is located on the lower side of this one here. You can get down to it, but the best way is to get it underneath, and you can get to the switch there. Now that is located, if you can see there, so you've got the near side light, so the right hand side underneath virtually the centre of the light there, you can see, and it should be the same on yours if you've got a 1.9 turbo diesel like mine, the old Fiat engine. So there you go, nice and simple.